Health Fitness Challenge, and today we're going to work on stress that may be related to or causing the pain in your hamstrings. So we're going to work on preventing hamstring pain when we stretch the hamstrings and strengthen the hamstrings. Stretching and strengthening the hamstrings will also protect the lower back and protect the natural curvatures of the spine that we talked about last week. Everybody is made a little differently. So some people are made with extremely flexible hamstrings, and really it's a matter of how you are put together, how your hips are put together, the anatomical differences, just how God has made you. I happen to be really naturally flexible in my hamstrings, and that's not because I work on it, but because it's just natural. So be thankful for the way God has made you in particular, and let me tell you why. Even if you feel like maybe you're not a very flexible person, just remember that that's okay. If you're not flexible, it means you're stable. And don't we all need the stable people in our lives? I happen to be a very flexible person, but I'm so thankful for my stable husband. So it's good to have all kinds of people. So don't judge or compare yourself to others. I'm going to show stable people how to stretch their hamstrings. You start by leaning back on your arms, and this may be all the stretch that you can handle for your hamstrings, and that's okay. You can bring the calves into the stretch by pulling the toes back. You can release the calves by pointing your toes. You can work on extension by tightening your quadriceps, and by extension I mean the extension in your legs. If this is uncomfortable, you can also slightly bend the knees, as long as you feel the stretch in the hamstrings. Depending on how flexible you are, you might be able to come forward with your stretch. Again, either pulling the toes back, involving the calves, or pointing. You notice that I'm not rounding my back. Rounding the back does not accentuate the hamstring stretch. Yes, I may be closer to my legs, but no, it does not have anything to do with my hamstrings. So I highly recommend keeping the back straight so that you can focus on exactly what you're stretching. You're stretching the hamstrings. You're not stretching the back. Doing this does not make the hamstrings stretch anymore. So keep your back straight as you come forward in the stretch as much as you can. If you're real flexible, you can concentrate on really activating those quadriceps and come forward, and you can actually grab the back of the legs or the ankles or the legs and really stretch out those hamstrings. As you hold this stretch, you can pray about maybe the perfectionism in your life and just releasing to God any perfectionism that you have. You know, none of us is perfect. Only Jesus is perfect, and He died on the cross for us to make us perfect in God's sight. So even though we're not perfect, God sees us as perfect through the blood of Jesus. So as we stretch, let's think about how to really get to God. It's not through being perfect. It's through simply believing in the Lord Jesus. Jesus says that our work is simply to believe on the one that God has sent. That's all we need to do, and leave everything else up to God. Let's listen to this scripture.
The disciples asked Jesus, "What shall we do so that we may work the works of God?" Jesus answered and said to them, "This is the work of God, that you believe in Him whom He has sent."
Once you've stretched those hamstrings, feel free then to round over, to stretch all the way from the top of the head to the soles of the feet. And you can do this in any position. Even if you're back here, you can round forward then and stretch from the top of the head to the soles of the feet. So if you're a stable person, your stretch looks like this. If you're a flexible person, your your stretch looks like this. I'm praying that you will be seeking help from an attitude of body, soul, and spirit. Instead of focusing on what we look like, in WholyFit, what we do is seek the Lord first, because we believe that if we seek the Lord first, that everything else will be added to us. And I really believe, the older I get, how much the spirit and the emotions play a part in the health of the body. And that's why I highly recommend WholyFit, a way to seek health, not just for your body, but first for your spirit, second for your soul, your emotions and your mind, and thirdly for your body. We believe that health of the spirit and the soul contributes to the eventual health of the body, and really health has to be approached in that order: spirit, soul, and then body. So I want to encourage you and bless you in the name of Jesus.